8-Bit Dylan. Time for the intro to my videos. Just make weird noises with your mouth. The Sims 4 Get Famous Expansion Pack. Feel the razzle and dazzle of the celebrity life in this brand new expansion pack to The Sims 4. Hello everyone, my name is Dylan Zahner, and just a heads up, I gathered this footage from a Sims camp I was sent to by EA, so this video is provided because of EA, but they do not factor into my opinion of the pack, as I have shown in previous reviews of packs I have been sent in the past. I'm not gonna lie, when they announced that the new expansion pack was Get Famous, I was a little miffed. The previous celebrity packs from The Sims and The Sims 3 were some of my least favorite expansions to those games because it added in content that I just didn't use very often. So how do I feel about this new expansion, and do I think it's worth a buy? Let's find out. Let's begin by making two Sims to explore this new pack with. We definitely need someone handsome and, oh yes, that name is perfect, to woo audiences into watching our mediocre content we create. First off, I'll let you guys know that the Create Sim items in this expansion pack are a hit and miss with me. Several of the new clothing options are really cute, but a bulk of them feel very costumey. I guess that works perfectly with the idea of shooting movies on sets, but it does feel a bit odd to have some of these clothing items mixed in with regular outfits that Sims could get randomly generated to wear. I will say they look amazing though, with great detail and care put into making them look the part of whatever movie they'd be coming from. Brand new face effects have also been added, but these also come across as very costumey, with gashes and stitches being the bulk of what the new content is. Don't worry, Anita Help. I'm sure you'll be a star someday. With a face like that, who could refuse? Once you've made your sim, it's time to venture off into the brand new world of Del Sol Valley and its 3 different neighborhoods made to reflect the highs and lows of living in Los Angeles. There is the up-and-coming neighborhood with its barbed wire fences, city suburban feel, and loud planes flying overhead every so often. This second neighborhood is where the magic happens, with its Walk of Fame star sidewalks, hip clubs, Hollywood glitz and glamour. This is the location where your Sims will likely not live, but definitely explore, since there are no residential lots in this part of town. Though that doesn't mean you can't make that happen. Lastly are the hilltop houses where the social elite will live and look down upon the city. Here you have 3 massive lots with pre-built mansions that anyone would want to live in. And with these new mansions comes a new lot trait in the form of fame recognition, where you have to be a certain level of famous in order to even step on the lot without feeling embarrassed. Personally, I really like this new town and love the aesthetic each of the buildings bring. It really does feel like a Sims version of LA. A part of me does wish there was a little bit of WeHo in this pack, but you know, you can't win them all. Once you have decided where to live, you can play around with the brand new terrain tools that are going to be added in a free update coming alongside the expansion pack, so you don't need to buy the expansion in order to play around with these, and honestly, this is one of the best features The Sims has added in a really long time. I cannot wait to see what super professional builds, not me, people will make with these tools at their disposal. Aw, look at Mr. Hot Mess and Miss Anita Help moving into their brand new Del Sol Valley home. I know that they are excited to get their superstar lives started, but it won't be an easy journey, and there are multiple paths to reaching a high level of fame. With this expansion pack comes the brand new career of being an actor, which works very similarly to the active careers added in the Get to Work expansion pack from a few years back. Just employ yourself from a computer, and then choose a talent agency to drive your talents to the next level. These talent agencies are pretty funny in terms of the messages they'll send you, and each of them have different perks towards moving your career forward. In addition to being an actor, you can now also create your own job, which allows you to put a title and description to your self-employment, so you won't have to run around pretending to be unemployed. Right, Hot Mess? Okay, that's a lot we got to unpack there. Once you get settled, you may now notice a new change to your Simology button showcasing fame and a new perk system behind it. Much like the Vampire Game Pack, which allowed you to increase your vampire knowledge and spend points on perks and quirks, that system has been carried over and revamped for the fame system in this game. You can become famous from many of the other careers in the game, including being a world famous author, to a legendary artist, to singing and playing instruments, to a wide variety of other careers, which I learned from talking with the Sim Gurus actually have new branching storylines and paths that were added in this expansion to allow for better storytelling on your road to becoming famous in those careers. I actually really like this new fame system if it's something you intend to utilize in your playthrough of The Sims. Each of the different paths on the fame chart allow you to do a ton of different things, from spawning in an entourage to follow you around, to allowing you to start fights with just about anyone you want to get into the tabloids, and many more. Another huge thing I loved is the reworked quirk system, which now is automated based off the way you play with your Sims. In the vampire game pack, you would manually pick which negative quirks your vampires would have, but in the Get Famous edition of the system, your quirks are gained through your actions in the game. Many quirks vary from being narcissistic and having to check yourself out in the mirror periodically, to constantly being on your phone all the time, to even getting stalker-like super fans that will send you weird fan mail. The quirk system works really well and makes rising someone up to the levels of superstardom feel unique between different Sims. One of my new favorite items in this pack is the Creator Station, which allows your Sims to become viral sensations by creating online videos and vlogs. Just look at Hot Mess here trying to make a YouTube channel. Hopefully his suspicious past of running an Only Sims account won't come back to bite him in the butt. You can record a bunch of different video types as you increase your brand new media making skill in the game. The really cool part about this is you will get brand deals from time to time that will pay out a lump sum if you meet their requirements when making a video, which makes this career path a viable one to pay the bills with. And just like real life, you can also improve the equipment over time at the station, allowing you to create higher quality videos and make more money. Sadly, it can't buy you a personality, Hot Mess. Now, if you own the Seasons expansion pack, you'll find a brand new holiday has been added in the summer, which is a Starlight Accolades event, which I didn't get to attend, but I assume is where high-level celebrities go to get pampered and adored. You can't become a high-level actor, though, without a gig first, so make sure to open up your phone and look through the auditions to see if anything looks good. Your sim will have to wait 3 days before anything exciting happens, so use that time to better your skills in acting, comedy, charisma, or whatever the job calls for. After auditioning, and if you get the part, you will get the chance to go on set and finally show what you're made of. When on the set, the job works very similar to how active careers worked in the past, but personally, I felt like I was way more stressed for time in this career compared to the other active careers. I hardly had any time to sit and relax and was running around, much like you would on a set, trying to get all the chores on my list done before time was up. It also felt almost too similar to the active careers from the past in that the actions I was taking just didn't have much meaning to them, except for when you finally get in front of the camera, which is where the active career shines. When you tell the director you are finally ready to shoot, you will make your way over to the shooting stage where you have to perform the actions the director tells you. In these moments, you can either perform the action or try to risk it and perform something absolutely spectacular, which will gain you more fame if you perform them correctly. I actually loved this system, and it works really well because it felt like I actually had a choice for what my Sims were doing on set, as opposed to just going with the motions and watching my Sims play out some animations. Now, the job I did was a low-level one, so I am curious to see if this active career falls under the issues of repetition, like the get-to-work active careers did, where even at the higher levels, I felt like I was doing the same actions just with higher pay. I sadly didn't have enough time to experience that, so that is up in the air for me. Anyway, once you have gained a bit of fame, you can stroll out in the public with your newfound recognition and start to gain a reputation for yourself. Unlike the fame system, this reputation system guides exactly which perks you can unlock to purchase using your fame points. It's a pretty standard system where someone like Hot Mess, who comes from a background of adult entertainment, wanted to make a name for himself by fighting the paparazzi and become like a Lindsay Lohan famous, you get me? While Anita Help really wanted to stay neutral, so she focused more on ignoring the paparazzi and just doing her own thing. When you're playing with your sim, you can see different actions and the reputation effects it will have if you perform that action. So if you want to gain a good reputation, perform actions with positive reputation gains. Similarly, for a bad reputation with bad actions. Like I said, it's a pretty simple system, though I do like the idea of making a really really messy celebrity that gains fame from being hated and starting celebrity feuds with other famous people. Once you've really worked the system and rose to the top of the crop in the world of fame, that's when you get to see the perks of your lifestyle. Looks like those low-budget films paid off for you, Anita, and landed you the dream role you always wanted. You can tell who's famous based off the shimmer they give off, which you can turn off if you don't like it, so you know who you need to interact with in order to climb that social ladder. With living a high society life, there comes some new expensive items to interact with, such as the Vault, which provides a lovely new place to not only get your woohoo on, but also a new location to die in. Get famous enough and you can even get a star on the Walk of Fame, with a really awkward event that you have to queue up yourself, where random passerbys run over to you like they know who you are. Or you can spend your hard-earned money on this beautiful pond, which you can fill with piranhas or sharks, or in this case, magical sprites, which I really hope is a hint at a magical pack coming soon. Also, this pond adds yet another location for your Sims to die in, where they fall into the water and just don't come back up. And the fish inside magically aren't hungry anymore. Pretty dark, Sims. Pretty dark. So what are my thoughts on the Get Famous expansion pack? Overall, I am impressed, but honestly, for the price of the expansion pack, it better be something you definitely intend to play around with. Unlike other expansion packs that I feel are definitely a must-buy, such as Seasons, which dramatically alter how you play the game, the Get Famous expansion pack honestly feels like a side system they added into the game if you want to make a sim famous. The build items are really pretty and high-end, but the new clothing options just weren't my favorite. The new acting career is definitely my favorite active career in the game and trumps all of the active careers in the Get to Work pack, but a part of me wishes for less repetition in those careers, which just feel like I'm clicking buttons and watching my sim do the same things over and over again until I fill up a bar. The new Fame Perk and Quirk menu is definitely the highlight of the pack, and I think it is deep enough to where those who want to get famous will have a joy climbing up the social ladder in order to become a more powerful celebrity. In the end, is it worth a buy? I think so, only if you enjoyed the previous celebrity expansions of The Sims and The Sims 3. Will I use these systems myself when I play the game? Maybe once or twice, but it really doesn't feel like something I would use much. With the clothing options feeling more like costumes than clothing, I feel like the bulk of the reason I will use this pack is because of the new build items, but the build items have always been amazing in most of the expansion packs to the game anyway. I say buy it, only if you really intend to use it. Otherwise, I say buy one of the other expansion packs that has more meat to its bones like Seasons. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and comment down below if you're excited for the new expansion pack. A big thank you to EA for sending me out to Sims Camp and allowing me to propose to my boyfriend and all that lovely stuff, and I'll see you guys in the future with another video. And until then, stay awesome, stay beautiful. Love ya. Bye.